club, but he ain't spending though. Never. Like, why you bring it out if you can't spend it for? That little money, we bet that on the 10 or 4.
The AFC East, who took home the Lombardi Trophy last year by way of the New England Patriots, who done it again. So to get right to them, they have some issues going on because they got caught cheating again, and they're going to be without their Hall of Fame quarterback for the first 4 games of the season. No Brady in the first 4 games. They have some tough games. 2-2 if they're lucky. Probably be more like 1-3. I don't know. I like Garoppolo. 4 games should. With that being a system team, I think Bill Belichick, he knows what to do with them guys, and I think they'll be good. Even with the 4 games, I think they can go 2-2, and they'll still be okay. Running back wise, they lost Shane Vereen, they lost Stephen Ridley. But they have a different running back every week who's good for 100 yards. Receiving wise, they pretty much have the same team of Gronk, Edelman, Danny Amendola. They brought in Reggie Wayne, which hurt my heart, but that was a great pickup for them because they needed him. Their defensive line, they drafted Malcolm Brown. Their defensive line is a suspect spot for them, for that team. They have good linebackers with Dante Hightower. Gerard Mayo is kind of on the decline. He's been hurt. He hasn't really played, but they decided to bring him back. So the secondary, they lost Brandon Browner. They lost Darrelle Revis. They both started for them. And they lost Kyle Arrington. They lost their 3 top cornerbacks. And they're going to replace them with Super Bowl hero Malcolm Butler. And get ready for this, Bradley Fletcher, Mr. Toast Man himself. The Toast Man, Bradley Fletcher. But as history serves, he'll probably go to New England and start the Pro Bowl next year. I know that's a reach, but with that team being a system team, they saw something in him that made them want to sign him. But them not having Tom Brady for the first 4 games is going to put them in a little hole. Plus, their division has tightened up, and I think it's going to be a very competitive division. So the record I'm going to hold to the Patriots is 10-6. But with that division, I mean, that could be enough to win that division. I don't know. I like a couple other teams that we'll talk about later, but I think 10-6, I'll definitely get them to the playoffs, and nobody wants to play New England in the playoffs. I mean, it'll probably be different because they'll probably be on the road this year, so you don't have to go through New England to get to the Super Bowl, but nobody wants to play them in the playoffs. And I have with me world notorious New England Patriot hater. You'll probably see her get arrested sometime. After that, I don't know her. I don't know. I can't help her. You know how like when ESPN workers get arrested and they don't know them anymore. Yeah, she was probably sent like death threats or something to Tom Brady. I don't know her. I don't know her anymore. She thinks the Patriots are going to go 15-1. I just want everybody to know that. She told me that before we started taping. She thinks they're going to go 15-1. She thinks Garoppolo is going to win all 4 games. She said the one game they're going to lose is to the Cowboys, but they're going to go 15-1. All right. The Buffalo Bills. What do you think?
Well, they have Rex Ryan there now. Sexy Rexy is what I'll call him. They also acquired Mr. LaShawn McCoy. And they picked up Percy Harvin. They did a lot of great moves there. And I think that they did all of this to compete with the New England Patriots. Um, but like I said, I like everything that they did. Everything they did was in the right direction. So they're definitely going to be that team that's going to throw that monkey wrench into the whole AFC East. It's just going to be it's going to be interesting and very interesting to see what's going to happen as far as like because they made so many great moves, and I want to see how Rex Ryan works with the offensive pieces that he has because like I never really seen him like he had like decent teams as far as like a defense and a decent running back, but he never had like that overall like when you have your quarterback in place, you have your receivers because they get you had the receivers and then you have like a really good running back who can make plays, which is why I'm still trying to figure out why the Eagles just like with him, but and then they have their defense. So they're like a really like scary team if you're in the AFC East that you know you really got to be on your toes with. So as far as record goes, I'm going to say 11-5 because I think they're going to be pretty not pretty dominating, but I think they're going to surprise a lot of people. You know what? No, not. They're kind of starting over, so they're going to have to get familiar with each other. So I'm not going to say 11-5. I'll do 10-6. Yeah, I see 10 wins.
I like this team as a whole in general. The only problem with them is they don't even know who they're starting at quarterback. It'll probably be Tyrod Taylor. I think he's played very exceptional this preseason. But Matt Castle has too. Rex, I like Rex. He's a great coach, and the players seem to feed into what he's trying to do. Well, they did with the Jets. I don't see why they wouldn't do it. They got a pretty good two-headed running combination with Shady, and you can't forget about Fred Jackson. The Percy Harvin pickup was great. They got Sammy Watkins on the other side, who's only going to be better. He had a phenomenal rookie year. They also bring in tight end Charles Clay, who's an exceptional tight end. Their defensive line is probably the scariest that we've seen in a long time. You got Marcel Darius, Kyle Williams, Mario Williams. That's a quarterback nightmare right there.
Yeah.
They lost Kiko Alonso, but they felt comfortable in letting him go. Obviously, he's been hurt. They also lost Denora Stacy out of their secondary. But they're an up-and-coming team. I think they have some good pieces to compete, and they need to take advantage in the first 4 games that Brady is out. Even though I don't think they don't play the Patriots in them games, but I think they need to try to do as well as they can because who knows what New England is going to do. And they might need that couple game spot to have once they do end up playing New England. Record-wise, 9-7, 10-6 is what I see from them. I don't remember a team having a quarterback battle in the preseason that made it far. I don't remember the last quarterback battle that resulted in.
But there's a first time for everything.
Yeah, but I don't know.
I think Rex Ryan has had that problem everywhere he went.
The quarterback battle.
Yeah.
Well, his first couple years, I think Sanchez was it. But after the second AFC Championship loss, that's when I think the quarterback problems came in.
But I think he'll know. He's been through it enough to know.
Yeah.
And we'll see.
And I think the players there like him. Mm-hmm. So I think they'll play good for him.
And if they can't figure out who the hell want to be their quarterback, then they have a very, very spectacular running duo.
Right. So if not the Patriots out of that division, then definitely the Bills, is what I'll say. So watch out for the Bills this year.
Yes, sir. Oh.
Yeah, the New York Jets. We were already laughing at it. The New York Jets, and it's just so Jets like what happened to them with their quarterback. Everybody was pretty sure it was going to be Geno Smith to start the season, but he apparently has a glass jaw and doesn't know how to pay debts. So he's healing the Kanye West thing right now. And Ryan Fitzpatrick is probably going to start the season for them. Running back wise, you got Chris Ivory, Zach Stacy. It'll probably be their 1-2 combo. Receiving wise, they brung in Brandon Marshall was a great pickup. I think that's probably the best thing, one of the best things they did this offseason. To line him on the other side of Eric Decker. And they drafted Devin Smith in the second round. So they have some receivers there to work with. Defensively, well, they brought in Todd Bowman, who's a defensive coach. He's been a defensive coordinator. So, they're pretty much going to be a defensive-minded team first and foremost. They lost their best defensive lineman in Shelton Richardson. He'll be suspended for 4 games. So that might hurt them. But they brung back the Island. They brung the Island back himself and Darrell Reeves. They might have overpaid him a little bit. But they wanted him, so they went and got him. Antonio Cromartie is he's on the downhill.
They're not going to be like, nobody's going to be scared to throw at them two guys, like right now, because like they're
maybe Reeves.
a little bit, but nobody's scared.
People will still get caught on the island.
People who have been on the island swam back from the island. He's not that guy no more.
Now I can say, but a lot of
he's good, but
listen, T.Y. Hilton was on that island last year. I can't deny it. It's a real thing. T.Y. Hilton visited the island twice last year. But I mean, you still got the other side with Cromartie, and you throw to him all day. But there'll be a good defensive group of players. They have a good defensive group of players. But I can't really see them doing much, especially with Ryan Fitzpatrick and then Geno Smith as their quarterbacks. The best I can see the Jets probably doing is 5-11 or 6-10.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah.
I don't give them 6 wins. They're going to do 5. And I was kind of like almost thinking in the back of my head that, oh my God, it might be 4.
No, because I think they're better than last year. I think they're a better team.
I think they just got a lot of stuff going with them right now.
So I'm going to give them a strong 6.
I'm going to give them a 5.
They're definitely a better team than they were last year.
Yeah, and I think they would be better suited for the 6 wins if they were all like playing like molded. Give them another year, and then they'll move up to maybe 9 wins.
What about Geno? What do you think about Geno Smith?
I don't.
Do you think he's going to be better? Well, once the glass jaw heals up.
I mean, yeah, because the face has nothing to do with. I mean, like his ego's a little bruised, but.
Do you think he'll be overall a better player than he was last year?
No.
No?
No. I don't.
Even with Brandon Marshall?
No. I just don't see Geno Smith as being the answer for that team.
I don't think he's the answer.
I
think he's going to be better.
I mean, better as far as what? I mean, like, I just don't see him as like that type of, like that solid quarterback that's going to like do anything for like help. He's not going to be like a play like and get any plays like be a playmaker or anything. Like I just don't see it. Like I never seen it from him.
I never seen it consistently.
Like it's like he still has like that college football mindset or something. I don't know what's going on with that.
He's not consistent. He has his moments, but you're right. He's not the answer. But I just think he's going to play better, which is going to in turn give them a better record. So strong 6.
We'll see.
The Miami Dolphins. What you think?
I think defensively they definitely beefed up there with the addition of Sue and what else did they have there? that's pretty much it. But they were already pretty good. Like, they were up there with their defense. Their defense really was pretty good last year. And then you add that, curb stomper Sue there, and you got a good, yeah, they'll be fine. As far as defense, they'll definitely be solid, and that's what they're going to really, 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 really probably rely on. I mean, like, I like Tannehill. He was all right last year. I mean, like, they just did a little bit more on their defense, more so than they did with any other. No, they did add some receivers there, I believe. But do I see them doing, like, any, like, dramatic changes? No. They will be a couple of games better than they were last year. Not, like, ridiculously better. I'm not going to give them, like, plus 3 more wins than what they had last year or anything like that.
By example,
but
he's going to go and put his money where his work is, and I like that about Ndamukong Suh. He's ferocious, being able to penetrate the line of scrimmage, make plays all along the line of scrimmage, and then behind the line of scrimmage, either forcing a quarterback.
I'll give them 8 and 8 because they'll be like in like that mediocre average type team. Mediocre as far as like being able to beat those, beat the teams that they competing with. But they'll definitely have the top defense, one of the top. They'll be in the top 3 as far as defense.
A lot of people see the Dolphins on the up and coming. I don't see it. I don't see it. I think they will be the worst in their division. No, They won't be that much better than the Jets. The Jets will probably be the worst, but I don't see the Dolphins as being that much better. I can't say that line scares the hell out of me. Whenever you got Cameron Wake and Ndamukong Suh on the line and
putting his hand in the dirt next to Ndamukong Suh, and then on the other side, Olivier Vernon, he's kind of like the forgotten man.
And not to mention they drafted Jarrett Phillips
throughout his short career. I think he's going to be also a guy that I don't think they have the weapons around Tannehill. I don't think they have enough
blocking
on the outside. So you've got the starters there, but Terrence Fede
Miller will probably be their starter running back this year. They let Noshawn Marino go, and I like Tannehill. He came out that 2012 draft class of quarterbacks, and I think he's a little underrated because of the class he came out of. But I think he's a very good. He's good. He's good enough. I think he's good enough to stick around and win. I just think they have enough around him. They let Mike Wallace go. He was their best receiver. They let all their receivers go. They let Brian Hartline go, but nobody cares about him. They brought in Jarvis Landry to, I guess, try to replace Mike Wallace and drafted Devontae Parker in the first round. But I don't see that as enough. I'll say 7 and 9 for the Dolphins. I don't really see them finishing above 500 this year. But I mean, they'll play some close games.
Stranger things have happened.
Yeah, I mean, I can see them splitting with the Patriots. But I don't know. I just don't see the Dolphins as being a very strong team.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it'd be their defense carrying on for the most part. As long as, Sue doesn't get, like, suspended for kicking someone in the head or something. But I wouldn't mind if that person that he kicked in the head was Tom Brady.
When she gets arrested, she no longer works for this show, all right? Whatever threat she sent to Brady, fire.
I just said, that was just something I said. I didn't say, hey, Sue, I got $10 million if you kick Tom Brady.
You just said it. You just said it.
He in the club, but he ain't spinning though. No. Like, why you bring it out if you can't spin it for?